on the 30-yard line. The 20, the 10, touchdown!
Two teams ranked in the national top 10 square off tonight for a spot in the NCAA Division III Men's Soccer Sweet 16 next here on the Centennial Digital Network. Good evening and welcome to Tywas Field on the campus of Franklin and Marshall College in beautiful Lancaster, Pennsylvania. My name is Steve Ulrich, and we got a good one for you tonight. Number 7, Connecticut College, fresh off a 3-1 overtime victory over Denison, takes on number 8, Franklin and Marshall, coming off a 1-0 triumph over Geneva yesterday. It's the first meeting between the two schools. Franklin and Marshall has only played one NESCAC school in its 97-year soccer history, and that came 2 seasons ago as the Diplomats fell to Middlebury here at Tywas in the NCAA second round. For Connecticut College, the Camels are 3-0 against Centennial opponents, with 2 wins against Swarthmore and another against Johns Hopkins. F&M is led by the 1-2 punch of senior Oscar Horwitz and junior Koa Kalibi. Horwitz has scored 19 goals in the season, was named the Centennial Offensive Player of the Year. Kalibi is a fine compliment with 8 goals and 9 assists. But it was Nick Petruso who stepped up last night, intercepting a bad pass back to the keeper and scoring the lone goal in the 73rd minute that powered F&M's 1-0 victory against the Golden Tornadoes. Kahn took a 1-0 early lead in the first 3 minutes versus Denison before conceding a goal 10 minutes later. That was all the scoring in regulation. The Camels broke through in overtime on a PK by Elliot Spots and a rebound goal off another PK by Matt Scaffone to finish off the Big Red 3-1. Scaffone leads the team with 8 goals while Jake Krayers has 7. Diplomat keeper Nolan Booth posted his 5th clean sheet of the year last night, and that was a contest with a 1.07 goals against average and a 72.9 save percentage. Counterpart Peter Sylvester has 3 shutouts and a 0.84 goals against average. Both earned all-conference recognition for their play, with Sylvester named second team All-NESCAC, while Booth was an honorable mention All-Centennial pick. The winner advances to the Sweet 16 next weekend at a location to be announced on late Sunday night. Now, as we await the introduction of the starting lineups, it's time for roll call. Fans from both teams are encouraged to reach out to us here in the booth by emailing pressbox@fnm.edu. That's pressbox@fandm.edu. Let us know where you're watching tonight's match from. Give a shout out to your favorite player. Email us in the booth at pressbox@fnm.edu. A lot of action in the NCAA Division III tournament today that we'll get to shortly, but now let's turn it over to PA announcer Dustin Wallace for the introduction of our starting lineups.
In
Welcome back to Tyler's Field on the campus of Franklin Marshall College, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You're watching NCAA Division III men's soccer second round action. The Connecticut College Camels 12-1-5 on the year, and the Franklin Marshall Diplomats 14-3-2 on the year. Here are your starting lineups. First for the visiting Camels from New London, Connecticut, number 5, Marco Cerezo, excellent back along the back line, leading scorer number 13, Matt Scafone. Also keep an eye on another excellent back, Charlie Miles, number 28, first year in front of goalkeeper Peter Sylvester. For the Camels, Sylvester 0.84 goals against average and 3 clean sheets for the second team, all NESCAC keeper. For Diplomats, look for number 5, Oscar Horwitz. Horwitz, 19 goals on the season. His running mate, number 34, Koa Kalibi, 8 goals, 9 assists on the season. Excellent play in the back line for number 6, Connor Endurko, in front of goalkeeper Nolan Booth. Booth, 1.07 goals against mark, 72.9 save percentage. And we are just about ready to get underway. Connecticut College coming out in the navy blue uniforms with the light blue sleeves and the white numerals. Connecticut College will move left to right on your screen. Franklin and Marshall in the home white uniforms and the royal blue numbers, the royal blue piping. The Diplomats will head from right to left on your screen. The Camels coached by Reuben Burke. Burke, 2013 graduate of Hobart, in his 6th season in New London, 52 wins, 15 losses, 14 draws. He led the Camels to the national championship in 2021. His counterpart on the other side, Franklin Marshall head coach Dan Wagner. Wagner in his 22nd season in Lancaster, the 1995 graduate of Messiah, 255 wins, 98 losses, and 50 draws. Once again, as you often say in the sport of soccer, whoever scores first will certainly have the advantage. Con 10-0-1 when finding the match's first goal. Franklin Marshall 9-0 when scoring first. Diplomats 44-7-6 here in the friendly confines of Tiowas Field going back to 2018. But they're facing their biggest test of the season as number 7 Connecticut College comes calling with a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. Your referee tonight is Cedric Cook. His assistant referees are George Figuera Jr. and Dustin Wen. The Diplomats will come onto the field. Other action in the NCAA is involving Centennial schools today. Washington College got a goal from Harrison Maloney in the 84th minute to defeat Otterbein by a score of 2-1. Shoreman ranked 18th nationally. The Cardinals came in ranked number 25. So WAC will move on to the second round where they will face Kenyon, a 2-0 victory over Dominican earlier today. Other Centennial action, Johns Hopkins knocked off number 15 Babson by a score of 4-3 in overtime. Match was tied at 2 at the end of full time. Babson scored in the first overtime. Max Edelstein scored in the 108th minute to tie it up. Then Eli Carr got the game winner 57 seconds later. Minute 33 remaining on the clock to give the Blue Jays a 4-3 victory. We'll take a look at some of the other NESCAC scores a little later, but we are ready to get it underway here at Tiowas Field. Gavin Impiano will put it into play. NCAA Division III second round action live from Tiowas Field. Glad to have you with us tonight on the Centennial Digital Network. Ball sent to the far side. Ryan puts on the foot of Senatori. Senatori will send it out to the center of the field where Horvath Diano will send one toward the Franklin and Marshall bench. And a throw in coming for the Camels. Scafone battling Mintz along the far sideline. We said Con 12-1-5 on the season. Knocked out of the NESCAC semifinals by Amherst 2-1. Franklin Marshall also ousted in this conference semifinals. Muhlenberg getting the better of the Diplomats by that same 2-1 score. And that was a loss to Amherst, who was ranked 13th at the time. The only loss of the season for the Camels. Con finishing 5-0-5 in the NESCAC, one of the toughest conferences in Division III. Franklin Marshall 6-1-2 in Centennial play. Both leagues considered among the premier leagues in Division III. Andurko chases one down near corner. He'll play it away. There'll be a throw-in upcoming for the Camels. Actually, ball being given back to Franklin and Marshall. Changes the call. Ball comes into Oscar Horwitz. Horwitz, he had the 19 goals on the season, doing battle with Jorge Mendo. That'll be a battle to watch throughout the evening. Horwitz, long ball, trying to get to Owen Sobel. Ends up on the foot of Koa Kalibi. Kalibi fighting off Brendan Clare. Gets it head far side for Mintz. Ball still loose. Charlie Miles is going to watch it go across the goal line. Unable to do so as pressure applied far side by Mintz forces Peter Sylvester to come out and make the play. Just underway. Glad to have you with us tonight in the Centennial Digital Network. I want to say hello to Walter New, who's watching tonight's match from London, rooting on the Camels. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Walter. Also want hello to Tina Newton, who's watching her son, Matthew Kiros Newton, play for the Camels. She's watching tonight from Stillwater, Oklahoma, while Matthew's sister is watching from Costa Rica. Glad to have you both with us tonight as Horwitz brings it to the attacking end. Picked up by Sobel. Sobel throws it in top of the box. Green, here's Mono's, ball still loose. Kalibi, Green, top of the circle. Green Pulls it out of trouble, gives it off to Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes far post. Horwitz has it headed away before he can make a play on it, but the ball will be long to Franklin, and Marshall Green will throw it in along the far side. I want to say hello to Nick Petrusso's sisters, Gabrielle and Juliet, who are watching tonight's match from beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. Rooting on the Diplomats as the throw comes in. Kalibi sends one toward the box, but Sylvester in position. Just swallow that one up. I want to say hello to Michael Laverell, who's watching Jack, number 26, play for the Camels. Once again, you can reach us here in the press box. Email us at pressbox@fnm.edu. We'd love to hear from fans from both sides watching tonight's match. Ball comes into the FNM defending end. It's going to be sent back out. Cerezo goes up for it. Off the head of Pigola. Going to be corralled by Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Green. Green looks to turn near sideline. Gets it ahead, Sobel. Sobel and Horwitz. Sylvester comes out, swallows up, can't control the rebound. Ball's going to be played away by Mendo, and it's going to be a corner conceded by the Camels. And F&M will have the first offensive threat. Oh, excuse me, goal kick. Bad angle for your announcer. We'll make mistakes every once in a while. Hope you'll forgive us as we bring you the action in tonight's Centennial NESCAC second round matchup. Here's Beam. For Marvel. Far side, Horvathiano. Plays long ball looking for Scafone. Scafone and Mintz collide. Mintz wins the battle. Sends it out toward midfield. Kalibi takes one in the back. Gets it out to the midfield stripe. Controlled by the Camels. Cerezo. Claire. Claire sends it back where Monos commits the foul on Miles. See Monos over aggressive. Comes in and takes down Miles. And Conn will throw it in along the far sideline. If you just joined us, 6 minutes in, Steve Ulrich with you on the call. Second round NCAA tournament action, Connecticut College and Franklin and Marshall, a top 10 matchup worthy of a national quarterfinal or national semifinal, and the two teams are squaring off in the NCAA second round. Green will toss it in just to the left of the Camel bench. Green, high, arcing toward the near post. Sobel goes up, still loose in the box. Mintz heads it back in, looking for Horwitz. Horwitz battling with Cerezo. Cerezo sheds Horwitz. Ball lands safely into the arms of keeper Peter Sylvester. Mendo. And Darko for the Diplomats. He'll play it back Senatori. Miles Ryan. And Darko under pressure from Sam Beam. He'll play it back to keeper Nolan Booth. Cerezo takes it away from Horwitz, keeps possession, puts it on the foot of Empiano. Empiano with a nice turn. Tackle by Horwitz, but he's going to be whistled for the foul. Free kick upcoming for the Camels. Looked like Horwitz got ball, as you'll be able to see here on the replay. But not until he took down the freshman Empiana. Pigola. Horvathiano takes the free kick right into the mitts of sophomore keeper Nolan Booth. And Teresa Rosa, mom and sister of Diplomat defender Miguel Rosa, are watching tonight from Northampton, Massachusetts. Thank you for joining us. Say hello to former Franklin and Marshall standout Dave Heller, watching today, cheering on the Diplomats. Also want to say hello to Marilyn Wilkie Marvel, who's watching tonight's game from Swansea, Massachusetts, rooting on her grandson Jack. Thank you all for chiming in. Glad to have you join us tonight. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Steve Ulrich on the call. Teddy Schroeder working the cameras. Jeff Stout bringing you all the pictures of tonight's NCAA action. Monos will toss it in on the foot of Kalibi. Back to Wenderko. 8.5 in, no scores. 2 shots for F&M, 1 for Con. Monos inside the attacking end. Now drops it off Sobel. Horwitz. Monos runs to the top of the line, goes far side for Mintz. Beam giving chase. Mintz puts it into the box in between Horwitz and Sobel. Played away, throw in for Franklin Marshall. Gonzalez. We'll turn it over now to Adam Green. Green, the junior forward from Fairfax Station, Virginia. Typically, you'd find Nate Schlesinger taking these throw-ins for Franklin Marshall, but Schlesinger out due to an injury tonight. So Green will toss that one near post. Horwitz will come down with it, but a whistle and a foul going to go against the Diplomats. Say hello to Craig Fosnot, class of 84, watching tonight from Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Thanks, Craig. Yes, it has been a long day for me. Coming off the Franklin and Marshall Gettysburg football game, big win for the Diplomats, sending the blue and white to the postseason. Now bringing you football of another sort as Beam turns, keeps possession for the Camels. I want to say hi to Nani Davis, who's watching her son Koa Kalibi play tonight from Cary, North Carolina. And Nani's dad, Tad, is watching the game from Colorado Springs, Colorado tonight. Glad to have you joining us. Also want to say hello to Landon and Megan from Team Impact as Cerezo takes down Horwitz. And Franklin and Marshall is going to have an opportunity just outside the attacking line. Landon and Megan from Team Impact in Rhode Island watching and cheering on the Camels tonight. You too can reach us here in the booth. Email us at pressbox@fandm.edu. That's FANDM.edu. Now a two-man wall as Kalibi gets the line one up. Drops it far side, Mintz. Mintz will send one into the box. Ball is loose, Sylvester couldn't get it. Control the rebound, but swallows it up before Sobel can make a play. Mendo, near side, hounded by Horwitz. Spins, plays it back to Cerezo. Cerezo, left side. Miles gives it off to Horvath Diano. Empiano. Pigola. One back by Kalibi, played far to Beam. Beam tries to drop it from Marble, knocked away. Here comes Green. Green, Kalibi tries to leave it for Green, touch too heavy, throw in coming for the Camels. Say hi to Gretchen and Hugo Horwitz. We're watching Oscar play tonight for the Diplomats from Middlebury, Vermont. I almost said Middlebury, Massachusetts. Middlebury, Vermont. Thanks for tuning in. So we'll make sure we say hello to the Lane Nash family from Lansing, Michigan, who are pulling for Con and rooting on Nescac Soccer. Throw in upcoming from Mendo. 12.5 minutes in, no score. 2 shots for the Diplomats, 1 for Con. Beam draws a lot of defenders, keeps possession, going to take it to the goal line where he is knocked to the ground by Endurko. We're going to get a whistle and a foul against Endurko. It's being marked just outside the box. Perhaps a generous spot for Franklin and Marshall. Let's take a look if we can see in the replay where Endurko takes Beam down. Beam tries to cut it back, Nothing. Referee makes a good call. Ball sitting right to the right of the box, and that's going to set up a set piece opportunity. Pigola lined up. He's in the near side. Not quite sure who is with. I thought it might have been Horvathiano. I'm correct. Ball top of the circle. Here's Beam. He'll take a left-footed shot, blocked in front. Ball still loose in the box. Cleared away. Ball comes near side. Green giving chase along with Mendo. Mendo will keep it alive for the Camels. Kalibi gives it back to Mendo. Mendo now play it all the way back to keeper Peter Sylvester. You said the Camels 12 wins, 5 draws, 1 loss on the season. That defeat coming in the NESCAC semifinals last Saturday against Amherst, 2-1. Franklin and Marshall ended a brief 2-game losing streak with this 1-0 victory over Geneva last night. Beam. Empiano, Scafone, drops it. Swing and a miss by Jack Marvel. Ball knocked away from Marvel. Let's take a look at the replay. Good passing by the Camels. Scafone leaves it for Marvel. Made contact but was blocked by Mintz. Comes up and makes the big defensive play. Now Pigola, sophomore from Germany, played his scholastic ball at Northfield Mount Herman. He's going to tee up the first corner kick of the game for either team. Sobel heads it away. Ball still in the box. Coming near side, Horwitz will turn and look up the left sideline. Horwitz plays long ball, just relieves some of the pressure on Franklin. Marshall. Green putting pressure on Sylvester. He's forced to get rid of it. Gives it off to Cerezo. Cerezo, Horvathiano, far side. Comes in the middle for Brendan Clare. Clare, the senior from Wellesley, Massachusetts, tries to get it to Scafone. No whistle. As Mintz and Scafone collide, Scafone hits the turf. Ball still loose in front of the F&M bench. Mintz controls. Mintz going to drop it back for Nolan Booth. Booth comes near side for Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez can't control. Heads toward our camera operator field level. F&M 4-5 in NCAA second round games. Just 2-5 here on the friendly confines of Tyler's Field. F&M 0-2-2 in its last 4, losing in penalty kicks a year ago to Cortland and also losing in penalties in 2019 against Montclair State. Franklin and Marshall's last win in the second round on neutral field, defeating W&L 2-0 going back to 2016. Clare sends it forward, trying to find Scafone. Mintz sends it back to Nolan Booth. Con back in the NCAA tournament after missing the field a year ago. Camels winning the 2021 national championship. Battled Amherst to a 1-1 draw in that one, and then outlasted the Mammoths 4-1 in penalties for the school's first men's soccer national championship. Mendo tries to take it to the line, battling Senatori. Beam goes far post, nobody home. Marvel will chase it down, far side. Ball played in the box toward Empiano. Beam fields it in the box, drops it for Mendo. Mendo launches one into the night sky. That was bound for the tennis courts located behind the net to the north side of Tyler's Field. There's a look at your stats. Con, 4 shots to F&M's 3. 3 saves so far for Peter Sylvester, 1 for Nolan Booth. 2 quality keepers in this NCAA second round match as Monos comes near side for Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez comes across midfield. Dispossessed by Pigola. Ends up on the foot of Beam. Beam, Cerezo. Plays long ball looking for Scafone. Mintz will knock that one away. Marvel runs into Monos, whistle foul. Aggressive play by Jack Marvel is going to end up in a free kick upcoming for Franklin and Marshall. I want to say hello to the Beam family, or family and friends and fans. Bill, Danielle, and Rosa watching from Mansonville, Quebec. Thanks for joining us this evening. I want to say hello to former Franklin and Marshall keeper Sam Farrell, class of 22. Watching today's game from Denver, Colorado. Ball deep in the corner. Going to be cleared away by Cerezo. Franklin Marshall retains possession. Senatori, top of the attacking line. Goes far side, Monos. Monos looking in the post, near far post. Horowitz was waiting on the doorstep as Sylvester jumped up and pulled that one in. Ball free is Brendan Clare. Clare gets it to Marvel. Sends it far sideline, too far for Scafone to chase it down. I want to say hello to the whole gang at Park 414 at Connecticut College. Wayne Sarah Hobbs, who was kind enough to write in, rooting on the Camels this evening. Also want to say hello to Richard Langan and Uncle George, who are watching nephew Jordan Votto from New York tonight. Thank you very much for writing in. Viato. I knew that. 20 minutes down, no score. 8 shots, 5 for Conn, 3 for Franklin and Marshall.
Now entering the game for Connecticut College. Number 16, Max Haberman, and number 17, Jake
Max
Kraus.
Haberman and Jake Kraus checking into the lineup for the Camels, number 16 and 17. Haberman, 6'3", first year from San Diego. Kraus, senior from Rye, New York. Kraus, 7 goals, 3 assists on the season. Also adds some potent offense along with Scafone. Senatori in front of his own bench. Tries to get to Pigola, picked off by Sobel. Sobel drops it to Green. Sobel, Green, opportunity. Put the left foot on it, but sailed it high. Good opportunity for the Diplomats. Has pretty pass. Watch Sobel with a nice touch right here. Fakes left, slides in with his right foot, but Green couldn't finish. Creative play from Sobel. Here's Monos for the Diplomats, drops it back for Senatori. Senatori spins, comes across the midfield line. Challenged by Empiano, drops it for Monos. Far side, Sobel. Sobel splits 2 defenders in the box. Takes a left-footed shot. Sylvester drives to his left. Is able to swallow that one up for save for the junior from Bermuda. A British-dependent territory, as we learned last night. Actually, I think we knew that, just didn't say it. But Sylvester, who played his prep ball at Berkshire School. Second team All-NESCAC keeper and throw-in upcoming for the Camels. 22 minutes gone. They hi to Maddie Lynch, who wants me to make sure that everyone knows she's watching from Park 414 as well. Thanks, Maddie. Appreciate it. Glad you're joining us tonight. Horowitz tries to leave it for Green. Knocked away by Pigola, and Durko comes up from his back position. He's going to take a shot. Blocked by Cerezo. Still loose in the box. Mendo plays it high into the air. Lands controlled by Sobel. Kalibi leaves it for Monos. Franklin Marshall turning up the pressure. Kalibi, 8 goals, 9 assists on the year. He'll take a long shot from way downtown and makes the field goal. Wrong football. 3 points at Shattuck Stadium, no points here. 23 minutes in the books, no score. I want to say hello to Al Ferreira, who's watching this game from Connecticut College, rooting on his best friend, Maurice Pigola, who wears number 35 for the Camels. Appreciate all of you watching tonight, whether you're watching on your desktop, laptop, tablet, or phone. Maybe you're watching on one of the Centennial Conference's streaming apps via Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, or Android. Throw into the box. Going to come down the foot of Green. Sobel and Green with a miscommunication. Sobel came over to head it back to Green. Green came over to make the play. Net result, Kahn throw in. Say hello to Barb Schlesinger, watching tonight's match from Mesa, Arizona. Also wanted to say hello to former Franklin Marshall standout Kane Feutner and Bryce Gamble, who are watching tonight's game, cheering on the Dips from Philadelphia. Thank you all. Jeff, I'm left to think we're having a good audience tonight watching this second round NCAA matchup. Winner advances to the Sweet 16. Mintz and Scaffone along the far sideline. Mintz falls. Scaffone can't gain the advantage. Ball played, and Durko, beam, knocked away. Good defense by Nico Gonzalez. Pigola. Ball headed straight up. Scaffone will send it forward, and Miles Ryan's going to block off Empiano, allow Nolan Booth to get to the ball. These two teams are in the same bracket with Montclair State, Elmira, Christopher Newport, and Manhattanville. Montclair State and Elmira had a 5 o'clock kickoff at the half. Montclair State held a 1-0 lead over Elmira. Christopher Newport and Manhattanville were to follow. Throwing for the Camels in front of the Franklin Marshall bench. Other scores involving NESCAC teams today. 13th ranked Amherst knocked off SUNY Poly by a score of 2-1. Number 3 Middlebury blanked Western New England by a score of 3-0. Middlebury will take on Johns Hopkins, another NESCAC Centennial matchup in the second round tomorrow afternoon. Here's Sobel. Comes across the timeline, the attacking line, leaves it for Horwitz. Horwitz being guarded by Beam. Horwitz loses the handle. Mendo with control along the near sideline. Mendo knocked away by Nico Gonzalez on the foot of Owen Sobel. Sobel with some room to operate, looking for a shooting space, drops it for Kalibi, top of the box. Kalibi trying to get free, unable to do so, leaves it for Senatori. Senatori will play for the near post. Horwitz goes up, tries to make a play. He's offside. 18:25 to go, first half, no score. Franklin Marshall, Connecticut College. Steve Ulrich with you on the Centennial Digital Network. Glad to have you with us tonight. This top 10 tussle between number 7 Connecticut College and number 8 Franklin and Marshall. Long ball, Cerezo beaten to it by Sobels, but Sylvester will come off his line and take it before Sobel, the senior, can make a play. Cerezo, under pressure, plays it back for Miles. Miles far side, Horvathiano. Horvathiano plays the long ball looking for Pigola. Ends up on the foot of Marvel. Marvel, top of the box. He's going to take a blast just over the crossbar. Excuse me, that was Jack Creus with the blast. Creus, the senior from Rye, New York. Got free, got shooting space. Just a little bit high. Excellent strike, and now we have substitutions galore coming into the lineup. We see Wes Wise, number 11, in the lineup for Franklin and Marshall. And numerous substitutions, including Christian Perugini, number 25. Elliot Spots with a game-winning penalty kick last night in that 3-1 victory against Denison. He wears number 33.
Into the game for Franklin and Marshall, number 11, Wes Wise.
Jack Kalesaglu also in for Horvath Diano. Nate Pilson in for Sam Beam for the visitors.
For Connecticut College, number 12, Nate Pilson. Number 24,
Wise
Jack
replaces
Kalesaglu.
Owen Sobel.
Number 25,
So 5
Christian
changes, 4 for
Perugini.
Kahn,
And
1
number
for
30,
Franklin and
Elliot
Marshall as we hit 16 and a half minutes to go. Spots can't make a play. Ryan will send it back to Booth. Forgive me for not saying hello to everyone who's watching the game from Park 414 on the Kahn campus. A lot of names. We're just happy you're watching. Thank you very much. And I didn't mean to call one out versus the rest of you. A ball sent into the box toward Wise. Cerezo thought that Sylvester was going to come off his line. Dangerous ball sat right at the feet of Sylvester. Our assistant referee will point in the direction of the Camels. Busy night in the 414 at Kahn. I'll say hello to Diane Tusher, who's watching the game. I hope I pronounced that right. Diane, watching from New Jersey. Watching Jordan Beato. Mary Zane sends a big hi to all the Kahn fans. Watching Dylan Zane, grandson, watching the match in Herndon in Virginia. Ball along the far side. Ball belongs to the Camels as we get inside 15 minutes. Half an hour of soccer gone. No score. Diplomats and Connecticut College. Spots. Gives it away. Green. Kalibi. Kalibi has room to run, being chased by Perugini. Kalibi cuts in front. Miles comes over to make a play. Horwitz leaves it for Wise. Wise will chase it down near side. Mendo giving chase. Wise cuts it back. Works his way, top of the box, looking for space. He has room to shoot. Blocked by Miles. Sylvester will get it before it goes across the goal line. Goal kick upcoming. Brendan Parazus, Carl Friedrich, Magnus Perante, all members of the class of 22 here at Franklin and Marshall. Taking in tonight's game from New York. Thanks for joining in, gentlemen. Ball in the box. Here's Spots looking to shoot. Swallowed up by Booth. Not much shooting space provided by Miles Ryan. Spots was able to get it through his legs, but Booth in excellent position to swallow that one up. 8 shots for F&M, 7 for Kahn here through the first half hour. Ryan far side, sends it toward Gonzalez. Gonzalez plays it off the chest, controls, hits it past Perugini on the foot of Adam Green. Green will play it back in Durko, and Durko will switch sides of the field to Ryan. Ryan comes across midfield, still with room to operate. Puts it on the foot of Horwitz. Horwitz being hounded by Miles. There's a cross deflected, knocked away by the Kahn defense. Will be a throw-in for the Diplomats.
Entering the game for Franklin Marshall, number 13, Jordan Samuels, and number 14, Michael Desmond.
Jordan Samuels, number 13, number 14, Michael Desmond into the lineup for the Diplomats, replacing Monos and Green. Throwing far side. Mintz tries to drop it for Horwitz. Senatori keeps it alive. Far side Horwitz. Ball lost in the corner by Cerezo. Throw in for the Diplomats. Desmond will do the honors far side. He's got Kalibi right next to him. Nate Pilson defending. Now Pilson will drop back. As you realize Desmond's going to try to throw it toward the near post, which he does. Wise goes up for it. Ball loose. Samuels can't get to it. Ball controlled by Kalibi, cleared away by the Camel defense. Diplomats with possession. Ryan gives it off to Endurko. 11.5 minutes to go. No score. Both teams are unbeaten when scoring the first goal of the match. That's how important it is as both teams probe looking for an opening. Samuels controls. Senatori. Far side. Mintz. Mintz plays it for Samuels. Samuels chases in the corner, guarded by Miles. Deflects it off Miles. Corner kick upcoming for Franklin and Marshall. First corner of the day coming up for the home side. I want to say hello to Megan Olt and Robert Beams, who are watching tonight's match from Athens, Georgia, rooting on the Camels. Thanks for joining us as Jordan Samuels, a sophomore from Cape Town, South Africa, looks to line one up. The left footer finds a traffic jam in front of Peter Sylvester. I think the tallest players on each side are all taking position. Hands in the air, Wise is there, and Durko there for Franklin and Marshall. Sobel. Samuels has a plethora of players to choose from if he goes near post or far post. Mintz tried to sneak in case he wanted to pass it. Now Samuels goes far post. Sylvester's able to jump up, make the catch, and fall on his backside before Nick Petruso was lurking. Petruso, the goal scorer last night in the win against Geneva. Ball comes to Mendo. Mendo ahead to Creus. Ryan with the defense back to Nolan Booth. Inside 10 minutes to go, first half, no score. Steve Ulrich with you on the Centennial Digital Network. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast from coast to coast. In other locations, Nico Gonzalez comes across midfield. Marked by Creus, gives it up to Kalibi. Kalibi plays it back to Senatori. Thought Endurko was there with support, and Endurko will chase it down. Endurko across the timeline sends it over to Ryan. Spots giving pressure, Senatori. Senatori dumps it into the corner, trying to get to Nick Petruso. Jack Keseloglu. We'll get that. Sorry, Jack. He's able to beat Petruso to the ball and earn a goal kick for Peter Sylvester. Kalesoglu. We'll get it, Jack, I promise. Ball comes out to midfield. Looking for Creus. And Durko knocks away on the foot of Michael Desmond. Desmond, the sophomore with room to operate, being hounded by Spots. Taken away now by Mendo. Mendo, hounded by Desmond, plays up near sideline, picked off by Gonzalez to Kalibi. Kalibi knocked away by Max Haberman, throwing coming for Franklin and Marshall. 8.5 to go, first half. Desmond. See if he decides to throw it in the box. Come outside, he's going to go into the box. Throws it near post. Petruso goes up for it. Cerezo and Wise doing battle. Cerezo spins left, spins right, clears away and sends it over the touchline. Throw in coming for Franklin and Marshall. Desmond quickly inbounds to Endurko. Endurko drops it for Ryan. Miles Ryan looking for Kalibi, can't connect. Mendo spins, leaves it for Creus. Creus, Haberman. Pass looking for Mendo. Just obtains it before Wise, who's applying pressure. Petruso applying pressure far side, now gives it off to Haberman. Haberman plays long ball looking for Scafone. Scafone will be able to chase it down. The first team all NESCAC forward. Cuts it back where he runs into a defender, Desmond. Now the attacking line. Desmond attempts to tackle, unsuccessful, but Scafone sends it into the F&M defense where it ends up on the foot of Wise. Wise to Kalibi. Kalibi plays give and go. Here comes Wise, the first year from Virginia. Cuts it back, knocked away. Good defense by the Camels. Con's only given up 15 goals all season, while Franklin and Marshall has conceded 18. Here's Kalibi. Spins, near side, Wise. Back out to Ryan at midfield. 6.5 to go first half. 8 shots for F&M, 7 for Connecticut College. Gonzalez. They would beat Scafone to the ball, keep possession for the Diplomats. Wise and Gonzalez both thought the other was going to go for it. Ends up on the foot of Haberman. Pass intended for Spots, knocked away by Mintz on the foot of Endurko. Endurko, near side, drops it for Kalibi. Kalibi, the junior from Cary, North Carolina, first team All-Centennial, gives it off to Nico Gonzalez. Tries to get back to Kalibi. He saves possession for the Diplomats, gives it off to Endurko. Endurko, near side, Samuels, drops it for Kalibi. Kalibi on the foot of Samuels. Samuels drops it for Kalibi. Defense, Cerezo comes up and makes the play. Senatori sends it back toward the box, where Miles sends it high in the night sky. Endurko heads one near side. No one from Franklin and Marshall home. 5.5 to go. I want to say hello to the whole crew in Oldfield, New York, supporting Franklin and Marshall, and Owen Sobel. Thanks for writing in. I want to say hello to Patrick Zazula, who's watching from Connecticut College, supporting his best friend Gavin Vandenberg. Thanks for joining us. Javier Mascherano tuning in from Barcelona, Spain, and he gets the line tonight where he says, "Vamos, Camels." That's worth it. That's worth a little volume there, don't you think, gentlemen? The Ericksons from Newfane, Vermont are cheering for the Diplomats, and Owen Sobel. Thank you very much, all of you, for writing in, taking the time to email us at pressbox@fnm.edu. Haberman sends it forward. Creus and Desmond collide. Desmond gives chase. Both players fall. Ball ends up on the foot of Creus. Dispossessed by Senatori, drops it back for Mintz. Whistle, stoppage of play, as we have a Conn College player who is down. Holding on to the left shin. And a player in some obvious discomfort. So we're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're watching NCAA Division III Soccer on the Centennial Digital Network. Nate Pilson, junior out of Wilmington, Delaware, the injured Camel player. He's helped to the sideline Dylan Zane, who replaced him for the final 4.5 minutes. Ball goes to Miles Ryan. Ryan and Durko. The auto giving pressure. Now ball comes to Mintz. He'll play it back to Endurko. Endurko for Ryan. I want to say hello to Brendan Kennelly. I hope I pronounced that right. He's watching tonight from Richmond, Virginia. And he wants to say a friendly "Let's go Camels" toward his buddy Carl Friedrich. Thank you, Brendan. Former Diplomat captain Jake Miller, class of 2013, watching tonight's match. Says hello from Abington, Pennsylvania. Also want to say hi to Riley Reed, who's tuning in tonight from Philadelphia. As Sylvester scoops up that through ball, Riley is watching her friends Alex Fisher, Michael Desmond tonight. Thank you one and all for writing in. Great to know that Division III soccer at Connecticut College and Franklin Marshall has such support as the ball is played up the far side. Ryan will chip that over the F&M bench. Throw in coming for the Camels as we approach the 3-minute mark. Creus. Perugini. Spots. Looking for Dylan Zane. Ball in the box, and Durko chips it away. Senatori sends a long ball, hoping Wise will be able to chase it down. Big collision between Wise and Cerezo. Cerezo 6', 175. Wes Wise 6'2", 190, and those two collided. Both of them fell to the Tyler's Field turf. As you'll be able to see here, look at that collision.
And number 66, Alex Fisher.
Throw in coming for the Diplomats at the 2:20 mark. Wise, far side. Knocked away, throw in coming for the Diplomats. Michael Desmond now comes over to take the throw in. Jordan Samuels will return to his appointed post. As Desmond looks to throw this one toward the near post. Looking for Wise, headed out by the Con defense. Ends in the foot of Creus. Creus plays ahead to Viato. Viato ahead of steam. Comes in the attacking third. Marked by Alex Fisher. Now Samuels comes over to double. Viato keeps possession. Tackle by Samuels, bringing a whistle and a foul. That's going to go against Samuels. And an opportunity for the Camels here in the final 80 seconds. Clock running down towards 60 seconds. Creus will finally come over. Try to make a decision on the set piece. Perugini will come over in support as Creus, 3 assists on the season, second team all-NESCAC performer, will send this one near post, knocked away by the F&M defense, sent all the way out. Viato will send it toward the box, back in. He's going to win possession again. But Alex Fisher will control for the Diplomats. 25 seconds to go, first half. And Durko's just going to play it long, see if something good can happen as it overshoots Jack Nuri. Viato tries to head it towards Spots. Ryan sends it toward the attacking third, and that is pretty much how our first half is going to end. 45 minutes down, and we have no score. We are where we began. No score. Connecticut College and Franklin and Marshall. We're going to take a short timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the first half stats. We'll take a look at the highlights, few and far between. We'll also take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. A lot of NCAA action today. You're watching NCAA Division III Soccer on the Centennial Digital Network.
So I am a professor of psychology. And for the last 10 years, I have been teaching a course that explores the nature of hope. What I have learned is that the fondest hope of every human being is to realize our potential, to achieve something that is worth achieving, to leave traces that will endure when we are no longer on this earth. I have learned that just as individuals can achieve great things when they have the right values, so can institutions. Institutions like Franklin and Marshall College exist in order to help us achieve our potential, so that we might extend the borders of knowledge and learning. We carry out our research and teaching in the knowledge that our civilization, and indeed the future of all humankind, depends upon what we do here. We have existed for more than 225 years in order to help young people come forth. This is our highest hope, our dearest aspiration. I think that this is a reasonable hope to nourish.
The Student Athlete Leadership Council represents all students at Franklin Marshall College
as we stand together in promoting awareness,
respect, and accountability regarding all forms of discrimination.
We as student athletes aim to provide a safe
and accepting environment throughout our community,
encompassing all races, ethnicities, genders,
gender identities, sexual orientations,
religions, socioeconomic statuses,
or political ideologies.
Together, we will take a proactive approach
to examining different perspectives,
thoughts, and views,
while positively contributing to the important conversations
necessary to sustaining
and enhancing our vibrant community.
Go Dips!
Go Dips!
Go Dips!
I'm grateful for the connection I made on the field and in the classroom.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to develop important relationships within athletics.
I'm grateful for all the amazing people I've met and having the opportunity to play a sport that I love.
I'm grateful to play a sport that I love while also getting an amazing education.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to play a sport I love, surrounded by people I love. At Team Impact, we pair kids who have been sidelined by serious illness and disability with college teams from across the country.
What's up, big man? You good?
It's more than a single-day meet and greet or photo opportunity. Our program places kids on a multi-year journey, becoming true members of a collegiate athletics team.
We are
Penn State.
From signing day to game day.
I can't describe it. It feels amazing.
Team Impact. All in, all together.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Together, we are driven.
1, 2, 3.
To motivate. To challenge. To lead. Every practice. Every play. Every day. Every season. 11 schools together in competition. We are the Centennial Conference. Welcome back to Tyler's Field on the campus of Franklin and Marshall College. Your score of the half. Just as we started, Connecticut College nothing, Franklin and Marshall College nothing. Here's your first half stats. F&M out shooting the Camels 9-7, 4 shots on goal for F&M, all smothered by Peter Sylvester. 2 shots on goal for the Camels, both saves by Nolan Booth. 7 fouls in the contest, 5-2 Franklin Marshall, both teams with one corner kick. Not many highlights from the first 45. It was mostly played in midfield, but a couple saves from the keepers. Here's an opportunity for Kahn. Opportunity comes in through spots with the shot through the legs of Ryan, but Booth has good position. Then Franklin Marshall, the lone corner kick. With everyone loaded up in the box, Jordan Sanders goes far post, but Peter Sylvester leaps high into the air to pull that one down. And that's it. There's your first 45 minutes of highlights in this scoreless draw. Let's take a look around the NCAA scoreboard. Lots of action in the Division III Men's Championship Tournament tonight. Mary Washington advances with a 3-1 overtime win against Newman. Mary Washington will take on John Carroll. John Carroll blanks St. Mary's of Maryland by a score of 1-0. Other side of that bracket, Kenyon advances, defeats Dominican 2-0. Washington College from the Centennial Conference knocks off Otterbein by a score of 2-1. So tomorrow will be Mary Washington, John Carroll, and Kenyon and Washington College. Minute and a half to go in the second half. Looks like Montclair will advance, leading Elmira by a score of 2-0. Montclair will play the winner of the Christopher Newport Manhattanville game that's scheduled for a 7:30 kickoff. Calvin leads Gustavus Adolphus 2-1. 5 minutes to go in the first period for a spot in the Sweet 16. Other side of that bracket, University of Chicago defeated Illinois Wesleyan by a score of 3-1. Ohio Wesleyan blanked Rose Holman by a score of 2-0. The Maroons and the Battling Bishops will battle for the other spot in that Sweet 16 matchup opposite the Calvin Gustavus winner tomorrow at 2 o'clock. St. Olaf blasted Wisconsin Superior by a score of 7-1. They advanced to take on Minnesota Intercollegiate Athletic foe Carleton. Carleton knocks off Pacific, or advances past Pacific Lutheran. Scoreless draw. The Knights advance in penalties. So tomorrow, St. Olaf and Carleton, 2 o'clock kickoff. The other side of that bracket kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight. Wisconsin Platteville and Lake Forest. North Central College against Wisconsin Eau Claire. Upper right side of the bracket, Amherst advances with a 2-1 victory over SUNY Poly. WPI advances in penalties against Stevens. Two teams battle to a 1-1 draw. Amherst and WPI, 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Kicking off let's see, we got a halftime score. Texas Dallas and Trinity of Texas tied at 1. Winner of that one will take on the winner of the St. Thomas of Texas and Occidental match. That match scheduled to kick off at 8:30. Cortland, a 2-1 victor over Alfred State. Case Western Reserve, one better than Hobart. 3-2 will be the Red Dragons taking on Case Western tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Middlebury blanks Western New England by a score of 3-0. Johns Hopkins advances in throwing fashion, taking down number 15 Babson 4-3. Match was tied 2-2 after 90 minutes. Babson scored in the first overtime. Hopkins scored twice in the final 90 seconds of the second overtime to knock off the Beavers 4-3. Messiah, convincing 6-0 win over Baruch. They'll play the winner of Ohio Northern Lynchburg. Emory advances, defeating Brevard 3-0. Colorado College heads Oglethorpe 3-2. Emory and Colorado College tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Tufts blanks Bridgewater State 3-0. Rochester advances in penalties against Johnson and Wales. Tufts and Rochester meet 3 o'clock tomorrow. Washington Lee blanks Western Connecticut 2-0. Oneonta defeats Catholic by a score of 2-1. I will take a breath and we'll get ready to start the second half of this NCAA Division III men's soccer match. Connecticut College in the Road Navy blue, light blue shoulders, white numerals. Con will head right to left on your screen. Franklin and Marshall, home white uniforms, royal blue numbers. Getting ready to, Franklin and Marshall will head left to right. We'll say hi to Xander Schubert. Says hello to the entire athletics communication team here at the college, a former broadcaster for the Diplomats. Glad to have you with us tonight, Xander. Mandy Vandenberg and Treg Vandenberg watching son Gavin from Lake Forest Park, Washington. Thanks for tuning in today. I want to say hello to the Prindles and the Reeds who are watching. Jack Kesalogu from Huntersville, North Carolina. Thank you for joining in, and now we turn our attention to the field where Franklin and Marshall will kick it off and we'll start the second half. Adam Green will get things started, puts it on the foot of Philip Monos, drops it off for Senatori. Miles Ryan sends one for the Connecticut defending third, where it ends up on the foot of Oscar Horwitz. Horwitz to Sobel. Sobel can't control, will go over the goal line. Goal kick upcoming for the Camels. I want to say hello to Amity Sile Maggart, who's watching the Camels from New Canaan, Connecticut. Thank you for joining us. Say hello to Cole Kalibi's aunt, uncle, and cousin who are taking in tonight's match from St. John's, Indiana. Thank you. Say hello to Nana and Papa Walsh, who love watching Christian Perugini for the Camels. They're watching from Walpole, Massachusetts. Thank you so much. And here come the Camels on the attack. Long ball being chased down. Far side, into the box. Camels with an opportunity. Puts it in the box for Empiano. He controls. Scafon sitting there in the box. Finally knocked away by Ryan. And Franklin Marshall will release the pressure. Long ball played far side. Will be a throw-in for the Camels. Beam, Cerezo, Horvath, Diano, Scafone, Empiana, Mendo, Marvel, Claire, Miles, and Pigola on the pitch for the Camels. And Mintz with possession, Scafone giving chase. Ball goes off of Mintz. Throw in, near side, Horvath, Diano will take it for the Camels. For the Diplomats, Gonzalez, Horwitz, Andurko, Monos, Green, Senatori, Mintz, Ryan, Sobel, and Kalibi in front of keeper Nolan Booth to start the second 45. Empiano can't get to it as Ryan sends it away. Empiano controls. Freshman from Cape Town, South Africa. Falls to the turf. Monos and Marvel collide. Ball goes off. Jack Marvel, senior from Marion, Massachusetts. Here comes Senatori. Senatori puts it along the far sideline, touch too heavy. Monos can't chase it down. I want to give a shout out to RJ Bartles, who's watching from Connecticut College. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I want to say hello to Joe Schroeder, 1989 F&M alum, who's obviously conflicted tonight as a neuroscience professor at Conn, rooting on his fellow majors Alessandro Horvath Diano and Sam Beam. Joseph, thanks for watching, and remember where you went to school. Throw in the direction of Scafone, chased down by Adam Green. Green gives it to Ryan. Sobel. Stripped away by Pigola. Pigola looks long, direction of Beam. Scafone got in the way, and Durko sends it ahead Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez far side. Cuts it back, leaves it for Green at midfield. Green draws traffic, gives it back to Gonzalez, ahead to Sobel. Sobel into the attacking end, looking for Horwitz. The ball played back to Sylvester. He'll come near side for Horvath Diano. Charlie Miles back to Horvath Diano. Pressure from Sobel. Will be a goal kick upcoming for Peter Sylvester. 9 shots for F&M, 7 for Connecticut College. Steve Ulrich with you on the Centennial Digital Network. Thanks for joining us tonight. I want to say hello to Uncle Bob Kalibi, who's watching his nephew Koa play for the Diplomats from Chicago tonight. Thanks for writing in. Empiano. Pigola. Goes far side for Mendo. Mendo drops it for Beam. Beam on the foot of Brendan Clare. Clare drawing traffic, tries to get to Empiano, intercepted by Endurko. Endurko, first team All-Centennial this year. All-region back. Endurko out of Monroe, New Jersey. Here's Miles Ryan. Ryan comes near side, Isaac Mintz. Mintz takes it away from Marvel, gets it to Monos. Monos, top of the attacking third. Here's Mintz. Mintz drops it for Sobel. Sobel, top of the box. Looks for Kalibi. Kalibi, good defensive work by the Camels. Here's Sobel with possession. He's taken down in the box. No whistle. Beam and Sobel collide. Our referee, Cedric Cook, says play on. Senatori drops it for Endurco. Ryan dispossesses Beam and has some room to operate. Here comes Miles Ryan. Ball tipped away by Charlie Miles. Now Impiano. Long ball. Beam's going to chase down. Get beaten to the punch by Nico Gonzalez, who clears it away. Throwing coming for the Camels. Six minutes gone, second half. No score. Connecticut College and Franklin and Marshall for a spot in the Sweet 16. Green intercepts that throw-in. Plays off the backside of a Con player. Will be a goal kick upcoming for the Diplomats. Franklin Marshall's last trip to the Sweet 16 was in 2016. They fell in a neutral, defeated Cortland on a neutral field by a score of 1-0. Diplomats reaching the national quarterfinal before losing to Calvin in the Elite Eight by a score of 4-1. Con's last trip to the Sweet 16, obviously 2021, as the Camels were able to knock off Redlands by a score of 1-0 on their way to the national championship 2 years ago. Sobel spins on Cerezo, has some room to operate. Miles comes over and is going to concede a corner kick for Franklin and Marshall. Will be the second corner of the day for the Diplomats. Koa Kalibi, the junior from Cary, North Carolina. 9 assists on the season, as you see on the replay. Better to concede the corner right there than allow Sobel to turn and make a cross into the box. Kalibi, 9 assists on the season. And Oscar Horwitz with 19 goals. He wears number 5. He does a lot of damage off corners with his head. Horwitz able to elevate the Centennial Conference Offensive Player of the Year, the senior from Glen Rock, New Jersey. He awaits the corner coming from Kalibi as we get like some blood being taken care of on the far sideline for a Con player. Max Haberman trying to decide if he needs to come in, and he will. So Haberman replaces Brandon Clare. Opportunity for the Diplomats. Kalibi's hand in the air. Going to send one to the middle of the box. Sylvester comes out and picks it before Connor and Durko could make a play on the ball. Nice play by Peter Sylvester. 6'2", 185-pounder from Smith's Parish, Bermuda. Said played his scholastic ball at the Berkshire School. Charlie Miles, number 28, first year out of Tarrytown, New York. Solid backliner for the Camels. Chased down by Haberman. Horvathiano switching sides of the field to Cerezo. Long ball looking for Scafone. Mintz will head it away onto the foot of Beam. Beam in the box, being blocked off by Gonzalez. Nice play by Nico Gonzalez, who clears it away for Adam Green. Green has it taken away. Camels looking for Beam. Beam jumps over to Impiano. Had it taken away before he can make a play on the ball. Senatori trying to get it to Horwitz. Horwitz trying to win possession. Here's Charlie Miles. Miles with a nice play as he grabs hold of Monos. Senatori. Mintz right at midfield. Mintz will retreat, puts it on the foot of Monos. Monos, the senior from Marion Station, Pennsylvania. Accelerates, comes into the attacking zone where he runs right into Horvathiano. Mintz will control, being chased by Scafone. He's looking for Horwitz. The pass goes awry. Throw in coming for the Camels. 9 minutes gone, second half. I want to say hello to the parents, sister, and of course, Bubbles the dog, Horvathiano family who are watching Alessandro play tonight from New Haven, Connecticut. Thanks for joining in. Hope Bubbles is enjoying the broadcast. Hey, you never know. Mintz gets it to Senatori. Tries to leave it for Monos, touch too heavy. Throw-in coming for the Camels. Kalibi tries to spin away from Haberman. Mintz knocked away by Marvel. Back to Haberman. And Piano steps on Sobel. Sobel slow to get up. Marvel wins the ball back for the Camels. Gives it to Haberman. Miles, lots of bodies falling. Whistle. Possession belongs, looks like, to the blue and white. Franklin and Marshall. It's here on the replay. Bodies flying everywhere in this NCAA competition. Finally, whistle and a foul called by our official, Cedric Cook. His assistants tonight, George Figueroa Jr. and Dustin Wynn. And Franklin and Marshall will have a free kick just outside the box. Campbell's going to set up a three-person wall. Green, Kalibi. Square it up. What does head coach Dan Wagner draw up? Green steps over. Kalibi drops it for Green. Green chips it in the box. Knocked away. Should be another corner for Franklin and Marshall, but nope. Cedric Cook says didn't see it. Ball's going to be given to the Camels. See if we can see it again on the replay. Nice design play. A lot of F&M hands pointed right. By the same token, a lot of visitor hands went left, and they were correct. Here's the ball top of the box for Horwitz. Knocked away. Green's going to chase it down far side. Green under pressure. Retreats. Leaves it for Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez back for Green. Ball knocked away. Pigola comes up the far side. He's got Scafone, drops it to him, just outside the attacking third. Scafone gets help from Empiano. Scafone will take a blast. Booth, brilliant save. Dives to his left and deflects that brilliant strike from Matt Scafone. Watch it again. Scafone doesn't need much space. He lets this one fly, targeted for the right post. Booth dives to his left and makes the big save. Corner kick upcoming for the Camels. It's Horvathiano, the lefty in-swinger. Third corner of the day for the Camels. Lots of bodies in front of the net. Tallest head of that is of Nolan Booth, the 6'6" sophomore keeper. Horvathiano keeps possession, knocked away by Durko. Ball sent into the box, headed away by Sobel. Kalibi giving chase. Beam sends it back toward the box. Collision of F&M players ends up on the head of Scafone. He'll send it toward the 6, where it's going to be gobbled up by Nolan Booth. 13 minutes gone, second half. No score, Connecticut College and Franklin and Marshall. Con 6-0-3 when tied at the first 45 minutes.
Entering the game for Con College.
Diplomats 4-2-1 when the score is tied after 45. Diplomats have had a propensity of scoring late goals this year. 5 goals for Franklin and Marshall coming in the last 2 minutes of contest. 3 coming from Oscar Horwitz. Kalibi, double teamed. Ball taken away on the foot of Empiano. Empiano dispossessed by Monos. Scafone and Senatori collide. Ball won for Franklin Marshall. Adam Green plays it back for Nico Gonzalez. Scafone, top of the box. Deflection. That Booth's not going to be able to track down. Will be a corner kick coming for the Campbells. I want to say hello to Jackie and Ricardo Samuels, who are watching. Both Jordan Samuels for F&M and Gavin Mpiana for the Camels. Watching tonight from Cape Town, South Africa. Thank you for joining us. Divided loyalties in that one. Maddie and Sandy Santiago rooting on Oscar in the depths from Ridgewood, New Jersey. Thanks for joining us this evening. Corner kick upcoming for the Camels. Pigola will take the corner. Right in the center of the box. Miles goes up for the header, knocked away. Going to end up on the foot of Jorge Mendo. Mendo. Headed away by Endurco, chased down by Cerezo. Cerezo under pressure from Sobel. Sobel takes it away. Sobel has room to run. Mpiano giving chase. Mpiano takes down Sobel, whistle foul. We've played an hour of soccer. No score. Franklin and Marshall and Connecticut College. Mpiano speaking with head referee Cedric Cook. No card issue. Play continues. 4 fouls for the Camels, 5 for Franklin and Marshall. Ball played for Horwitz. He redirects it near side Kalibi. Kalibi being marked by Charlie Miles. Miles will knock it away, but he's going to concede a corner for the Diplomats. Third corner of the day coming for the home side. As Kalibi will tee it up. Monos comes over, provides support. Kalibi, he of the 9 assists on the season. This is where he shines. Plays one far post. Horwitz will send it back in. And Endurco and Sylvester collide. Endurco got the worst of that one. And he is slow to get up. 6'1" Endurco, the 6'2" Sylvester collide. And it looks like Endurco once again took the worst of that one. Looks like his head hit the turf. His Diplomats cannot afford to lose that first team All-Centennial Conference back in Connor Endurco. He's gained some medical attention. We'll take a timeout, 30-second timeout. You're watching F&M Men's Soccer on the Centennial Digital Network. Ian Kagan will step into the F&M lineup replacing Endurco. Endurco did appear to hit his head on the turf here at Tywas Field, receiving medical attention on the sideline. Here's Haberman. Haberman, Pigola. Pigola tries to get it back. Mendo, ball played, tried to reach Sobel. Knocked away. Horvathiano leaves it for Haberman. Haberman, Miles, Pigola, far side. Pigola looking for Viato. Kagan puts it on the foot of Green. Green right in front of the visitors' bench. Gives it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Ryan. Ryan under pressure, knocks it away toward midfield. Camel still in control. Mpiano Scafone has it forward for Viado. But Kagan does a nice job beating him the ball, heading it back to Nolan Booth. 27 minutes to go here in regulation. No score. Connecticut College and Franklin and Marshall. Haberman looks to spin, tries to get to Perugini. Mintz. Kalibi. Monos, too far. Miles, knocked away by Sobel. Cerezo, far side. Mendo, under pressure from Horwitz. Whistle. Horwitz going to be whistled for the foul. Mendo retreats under the orders of our head referee. And we'll play it back. Cerezo to Miles. Miles, deflected by Kalibi. Perugini. With room to operate, Perugini tries to get a Pigola, whistle, foul. Sure that was going against Sobel, I believe. You'll see the collision here. Sobel's able to take out the left foot of Perugini, leading to the foul, 7th foul against the Diplomats here at the 64-minute mark. Free kick coming for Alessandro Horvatiano, one of the captains this year's team, the senior from Hungary, who played his prep ball at Hampton Hall School, just outside of New Haven. Mendo, Horvatiano. He'll launch one into the box. Booth, high into the air. Is able to grab it. Using those football terms, you could say he high-pointed that one before a closing Matt Scafone was able to make a play. Kagan. Kagan nearly had a goal last night, had a header off a corner that went off the crossbar. Ball sent back. Ryan's going to be able to save right on the end line. And he's going to release the pressure, just send one long. Camels will inbounds, but not before Franklin Marshall makes some changes.
Entering the game for the Camels, number 9, Gavin Vandenberg, and number 33, Elliot Spots.
Spots and Vandenberg
Entering the game
in the
for
lineup.
Diplomats, number 11, Wes Wise, number 13, Jordan Samuels, and number 14, Michael Desmond.
Diplomats bring in Samuels, Wise, and Desmond. Mono, Sobel, and Green will head to the sidelines. Scafone and Empiana taking a break for the Camels. Here's Samuels, one of the South Africans, along with Empiana. Wise through a ball. Can Horwitz get to it? Horwitz free in the box. Shot. Going to go wide. The entire Franklin and Marshall bench started sprinting toward the far corner to celebrate. But Sylvester, watch him make the play here. As he deflects it just wide, big save for Peter Sylvester on Oscar Horwitz, who has 19 goals on the season. Corner kick coming. Sent into the box, knocked away by Cerezo. Desmond tries to control, but Pigola will send it into the F&M bench. Say hello to the Connecticut College women's soccer team who are watching and cheering the boys on tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Say hello to Stacy Quilty, who shouts out the Camels from the Quilty family in Hingham, Massachusetts. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Whether you're watching on your desktop, laptop, tablet, or phone, maybe you're watching on your big screen using one of the Centennial Conference streaming apps. Glad to have you with us this evening. Kalibi challenging Mendo, far side. Kalibi gets around Mendo, takes it to the goal line. Cross block. Kalibi saves it. Mendo's able to keep it on the goal line. And the Camels were able to escape and bring it out to midfield where Spots tries to leave it for Perugini. Down the foot of Horvatiano. Vandenberg. Perugini. Fiato battling with his fellow number 2, Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez wins, turns, left foot's one out toward midfield. Horwitz tries to keep control, gets it to Kalibi. Kalibi, long ball, Jordan Samuels giving chase. Samuels racing against Charlie Miles. Samuels puts one in the box. Sylvester snuffs out that attack. Throws it near side Vandenberg. Vandenberg, Perugini. Challenged by Desmond, spots. Pigola under pressure from Samuels. Ball ahead to Spots. Spots, top of the box. Takes a shot, going to go wide. Not sure if he was actually taking the shot or he was trying to find Vandenberg, who was streaking down the sideline. Substitutions coming in for the Camels. Want to say hello to the gang who's watching the game tonight from Hot Rods in New London. Andrew Lee, Bill Lessig, former coach Bill Lessig, and Kenny Murphy. Thank you for watching tonight.
And number 23, Brendan Clare.
Jack Kraus checks in for Maurice Pigola. Brendan Clare will check in. He's going to give Marco Cerezo a break. Here with 21:10 to go. Here's Vandenberg. Vandenberg marked by Ryan. Ryan's able to tackle it away. Vandenberg chases it along the line. Drops it back where Wise gets it to Samuels. Horwitz knocked away by Haberman. Perugini gives it off to Kraus. Kraus give away to Mintz. Mintz tries to get it to Wise. Going to be a throw in for Horvath Diano. Other scores involving Centennial teams today in the NCAA tournament. Washington College advances to the second round, knocks off Otterbein by a score of 2-1. Johns Hopkins upsets number 15 Babson, scoring 2 goals in the final 90 seconds of the second overtime to take down Babson 4-3. And then SCAC Amherst advances, defeats SUNY Poway by a score of 2-1. Middlebury blanked Western New England by a score of 3-0. Whistle foul is going to go against Mintz. 8th foul of the day against Franklin and Marshall. As we've played 70 minutes of soccer, no score. Miles. Far side. Mendo. Plays it back for Haberman. Haberman will switch sides of the field, where Horvath Diano will take it at midfield. In stride. Plays the ball looking for Vandenberg. Mintz is going to beat him to it. Miles Ryan with control. He's going to just play it off to the side. A little disappointed with himself for not making a better play on the ball. Perugini will have to throw in. He gives it off to Horvath Diano. Looking for Kraus, trying to get away from Senatori. Kraus will get off a shot, easily picked off by Booth. 19:10 to go, second half. No score between the Diplomats and the Camels. Connecticut College, located in New London, Connecticut, along the shores of the Thames River. Diplomats in the heart of Amish country. Here's Wes Wise, top of the box. First year takes a shot. Blocked by Horvath Diano, who gets the worst of that exchange with Wes Wise. It's going to lead to a corner for the Diplomats. Take a look at the replay. Wise. Big man used a little acceleration. Horvath Diano will gingerly jog off the field.
Entering the game for Conn College, number 24, Jack Kalesoglu.
Jack Kalesoglu will step into the lineup, the junior from Westfield, New Jersey.
Entering the game for Franklin Marshall, number
There's your
26,
second half stats through 70 minutes. Pretty even, 12 shots apiece. Sixth corner of the day for Franklin Marshall. Conn has 3. Here's Samuels, he'll tee one up. Going far post. Knocked away by the Conn defense. Perugini tries to clear. Kalibi beats him to the ball. Kalibi will take it to the goal line under pressure from Perugini. Now cuts it back, left-footed cross, knocked away by the Camel defense. Ryan collides with Clare. Foul called against the Diplomats. Ball belongs to the visitors. Take a look at the scramble just at the top of the box. F&M body on the ground. Ball belongs to the Camels. Haberman tries to send it forward to Gavin Vandenberg. Booth will let that one roll across the goal line, setting up a goal kick for the Diplomats. As we said, Franklin and Marshall, 10th appearance in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Diplomats 4-5 overall, have not advanced to the Sweet 16 since 2016. Losing to Eastern and Middlebury, tying Montclair and Cortland, but not advancing either of the latter two matches. Spots, challenged by Mintz, hits free, leaves it for Vandenberg, now Perugini. Perugini dances around Kalibi. Kalibi makes contact, foul call, free kick upcoming for the Camels. See what head coach Ruben Burke draws up. Wasn't a hard foul, but you'll be able to see that Perugini just can't get his left foot past Kalibi. He's taken down to the turf. Mendo will call it out for Perugini. Perugini, the junior from Midway, Massachusetts, will tee this one up. He's got 2 goals and an assist. As the two teams jockey for position, Perugini puts one in the box. Header just goes wide. Good opportunity for Kalesaglu. He just sends it wide. Take a look at the replay. Nice cross. But just headed past the left post. Booth will send it forward. Desmond controls, chips it ahead, but well too far for Nick Petruso. Petruso, the hero of last night's Franklin and Marshall win, scoring the 73rd minute. Bad pass back to the keeper. Petruso was able to intercept, chip it over the Geneva goalie. Lone goal of the match. Diplomats winning 1-0. Samuels whistled for the foul. Quickly put back in play. Here's Claire. Claire looking for Viato. But Booth stuffs out that run. 15.5 minutes to go. Wise. Kalesaglu. Kagan. Senatori. Now controlled by Creus. Mendo. Long ball along the far sideline. Too heavy for Jordan Viato. 13 shots for Kahn. 12 for Franklin and Marshall. Neither team able to find the back of the net. Here with inside 15 minutes to go. Diplomats playing without Connor and Durko, who's out of the game after suffering an injury. Ian Kagan in his place along the back line. Here's Isaac Mintz. Mintz cuts it back on Kalesaglu and earns a corner for the Diplomats as we close in the 14-minute mark. 6th corner of the day for Franklin and Marshall. Subs galore for the Diplomats as we await this corner kick. Petruso and Desmond head to the sideline.
Entering the game for the Diplomats, number 5, Oscar Horwitz. Number 9,
Horwitz back in the lineup. Samuels checks out.
Adam Green. And number 28,
Green back in the lineup, as well as Monos. Ball sent in the box. Header still loose in the box. Finally cleared away by Miles onto the foot of Creus. Perugini comes over. Wins possession for the Camels. He turns, tries to get ahead to Elliott Spots. Spots dispossessed by Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the foot of Horwitz. Horwitz knocked away by Mendo. It will be a throw-in for the Diplomats. 77 minutes in the books here at Tyler's Field, campus of Franklin Marshall College. Second round NCAA Division III men's championship action between Connecticut College and Franklin and Marshall. The NESCAC against the Centennial as the ball comes ahead to Vandenberg. Vandenberg and Mintz. Collision, Mintz and Vandenberg, and we're going to have a card handed out to Isaac Mintz. Gavin Vandenberg, the sophomore from Lake Forest Park, Washington, won control, looked to turn to his left, and Mintz took him down, as you'll be able to see here on the replay. Kahn's best opportunities offensively have come off these free kicks. Perugini had an excellent strike into the box last time. Good opportunity for the Camels. Cedric Cook is backing up Perugini a little further than where the foul took place. Perugini just inside the midfield stripe. He'll send it ahead to Mendo. Mendo straight on. He'll launch it toward the box. Booth reads that one all the way and fields that one. And he quickly outlets to Horwitz. Horwitz looks ahead, tries to get to Kalibi. Kalibi and Viato giving chase far side. Kalibi deflects. Mendo sends it off in front of the F&M bench. Sobel wins possession back to Kalibi. Gonzalez will retreat, gives it off to Miles Ryan. 12 minutes to go in regulation. Here's Ryan. Ryan, ball intercepted. Here comes Connon. Camels have numbers. Spots. Free. Kagan giving chase. Booth with a block and the save. Vandenberg knocked away. Perugini leaves it for Creus. Creus in the box. Shot. Save again by Booth. Can't control the rebound, and Creus with the rebound and the goal. Camels lead 1-0. Ryan with the giveaway leads to a Camels rush. Booth makes 2 saves but can't come up with the third. And the 8th goal of the year for Jack Creus. And the visitors lead at 1-0. Brilliant save by Booth, just can't control it. And no one checked Creus streaking toward the net. He finds the first goal of the match. And the Camels lead at 1-0. Jack Creus, the senior from Rye, New York, second team all NESCAC. 7 goals on the 8th goal of the year. And the biggest goal of his senior season. As Franklin and Marshall now up against it with 11:40 to go. Diplomats have found themselves trailing 4 times inside 15 minutes. 2-1-1 in those matchups. And as we said, the Diplomats have shown some late match magic this season. The Senatori gets his cleat up too high. It's going to clip Elliott Spots, and a foul is going to be called. And once again, it comes back to these fouls in this area of the field where Kahn has been able to use their set pieces to create opportunities. And Jack Creus found the back of the net in the 79th minute, giving the Camels a 1-0 lead. Pigola will take this free kick. Booth will come out, punch it away. And here comes Franklin Marshall. Green sends it ahead to Kalibi. Pigola challenges, long ball. Horwitz, far side. Sylvester comes out. He's going to beat Horwitz to the ball and collides with Franklin Marshall's standout forward. Horwitz on the turf. Sylvester well out of his goal. Was able to beat Horwitz to the possession. And Franklin Marshall's standout forward, Oscar Horwitz, currently on the turf. Play is stopped, 10:22 to go here in the second half. Steve Ulrich with you on the Centennial Digital Network. We'll take a short timeout. You're watching Division III Soccer on the Centennial Digital Network.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had, and you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Back here at Tyler's Field on the campus of Franklin Marshall College, Horwitz checks out of the lineup. He got to his feet, ran to the sideline, and is ready to check back into the lineup. Will be a throw-in for the Diplomats in front of the bench. Played in the box. Sobel with a header. Sylvester makes a save. Great shot by Sobel, forcing Sylvester to make another big stop. And Spot sends that one into the F&M stands. Throw-in coming for the Diplomats. Good opportunity for Owen Sobel, trying to find the equalizer. Now a stoppage of play as we take a look at the replay. Good throw in. Watch 28 elevate. Sylvester. Sylvester was shielded from that and by Petruso, but he was able to dive to his left and knock that one away. Now Petruso getting some medical attention here with 9:48 on the clock. You may be able to hear some folks hue and cry over the elapsing of a few seconds. With 9:48 to go, Conn leads Franklin Marshall 1-0, trying to advance to the second round of the NCAA tournament.
For the Diplomats, number 11,
Wes Wise into the Diplomat lineup. Sobel with the best chance for the Diplomats. Off a brilliant throw-in. Sylvester was up to the task. Junior now with 6 saves, 8 for his counterpart, Nolan Booth. Oscar Horwitz also back on the field now for the Diplomats. Add another 11 seconds to the clock. We are at 9:59. Man, we talked about the late match magic for Franklin and Marshall. Kalibi has scored and Horwitz have both scored in the 89th minute this year. Horwitz scored in the 88th and 86th minute. Those goals leading to a win or a tie for the Diplomats. So can't count out Franklin and Marshall here in the final 9:59. Throw-in coming from Green. Green, Sobel, headed back in by Senatori. Monos is going to give chase, but Beam is going to beat him to the ball. Sends it out toward midfield, where Nico Gonzalez will chase it down. Ball high into the night sky here in Lancaster. Ends up on the foot of Adam Green. Green, Kalibi trying to get it to Wise. In front of the F&M bench. Gonzalez can't take that away. Long ball looking for Spots. Ends up on the foot of Isaac Mintz. Spots pulling at Mintz. No foul. Ball ends up on the foot of Green. Green. Horwitz. Back heel for Wise. Green. Sobel wins possession for F&M. Drops it off to Monos. Monos. Far side. Gets it back. Tripped down in the box. We have a whistle and a foul coming up against the Camels. 5th foul of the day for the visitors. An opportunity for F&M to try to tie this one up. See the foul coming right here. Kalibi will take the free kick for the Diplomats. Kalibi puts the hand in the air. Monos now comes over in case he wants to take the left footer. Let's see what happens. Monos fakes. Kalibi, shot blocked by the wall. Kalibi put it right in the wall. Monos gets it back far side. Monos, surrounded by two players, plays it back for Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez for Mintz. This is where Mintz likes to put one in the box. He's going to come near side, Adam Green. Green. Senatori. Ball cleared away. The Senatori tried to get it to Sobel. Inside 8 minutes to go. Booth. Near side. Mintz. Mintz. Long ball. Far side. Wise. Kalibi. Header. Goal! Franklin and Marshall. Koa Kalibi with the equalizer. And we're tied. Pretty cross. Watch 34 elevate. Puts it past Peter Sylvester. 9th goal of the year for the junior from Cary, North Carolina.
Franklin Marshall goal scored by number 34, Koa Kalibi. Assisted by number
Give the assist to Philip Monos. Pretty cross, and Kalibi beats Sylvester. And we talked about the late match magic for the Diplomats. Scoring in the 83rd minute. And we are tied at 1. Should we remain tied at the end of the full 90, we will play 2 complete 10-minute overtime periods. So tied at the end of 90 means we play 110. Kalibi, Monos. On the for Kalisaglu. Tries to get to Scafone, but too far. Ryan did a nice job shielding him away, ends up in the hands of Nolan Booth. Booth brings it near side for Mintz. Mintz. Sloppy pass. Kagan finally gets it before Beam was closing hard. Green. Heads, controls, leaves it for Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Monos. Monos turning on the Jets in front of the F&M bench. Leaves it for Adam Green. Green comes in the attacking third. Room to operate. Runs past 2 defenders. Monos picks it up. Knocked away by the Con defense. Senatori wins it back for F&M. He finds Kalibi. Kalibi gets into the box. Dispossessed by Cerezo on the foot of Scafone. Spots. Beam. Open. Call for the offsides. Beam decides to take the shot anyway. You know, in the regular season, that's probably going to draw you a card come playoff time. Or referee Cedric Cook is going to swallow that whistle. Scafone. Kalisaglu. Miles. Pass picked off. Monos. Kalibi. Top of the box. Good back checking by Pigola. Spots and Senatori doing battle. Spots wins. Tries to get ahead to Scafone. Knocked away by Ian Kagan. Kagan at midfield. Trying to get it to Sobel. Sobel wasn't ready to run. 5:45 to go in regulation. Jack Crayos in the 79th. Koa Kalibi in the 83rd, and we are tied at 1. Kagan will chase it down into the corner. Kahn comes up with possession. Scafone working with Spots, top of the box. Good hustle back by Gonzalez, taken away from Scafone. And it will be an F&M throw-in. Good work by the first year, Nico Gonzalez. Stifling the attack from Matt Scafone, one of the captains of this year's Connecticut College squad. The senior from Thornton, Pennsylvania, 8 goals on the year. Shots even at 16. 7 saves for Nolan Booth, 6 for Peter Sylvester in this 1-1 deadlock. Inside 5 to play. Mendo, right in front of his own bench. Throws it in far side. overshoots Beam. Goal kick upcoming for the Diplomats. 4.5 to go. Tied at 1. Booth sends one out toward midfield where Sobel heads it forward trying to get it to Horwitz. Horwitz makes a play on the ball but controlled by Kalesoglu. He reverses away from Sobel. At the circle, Sobel comes from behind, takes the ball away. Green gets it to Kalibi. Kalibi, Horwitz, back to Kalibi, Senatori. Senatori comes near side, Isaac Mintz. Mintz cuts it back. Thought about leaving it for Kalibi, now does drop it to the junior. Kalibi, Senatori. Green. Green will play it back, midfield, Miles Ryan. Ryan, far side. Cannot connect with Gonzalez. But F&M will win it back. Off the deflection in front of the F&M bench. Green. Kagan. Gonzalez. Sobel. Just outside the attacking line. Puts it ahead, looking for Kalibi. All taken away. Long ball once again for the Camels. Scafone, the lone striker right now on the field for the visitors. The offensive attack for the Camels consists of hoping they can spring their captain free. Sobel battling Haberman. Monos goes up. Ball sent into the attacking third. Mendo. Gets it to Senatori. Senatori gets it back, top of the box. Senatori will give it off near side Mintz. Mintz sends a cross in front. The back post. Shot by Kalibi right into the midsection of Peter Sylvester. Good cross by Mintz. Not a lot of power behind that shot by Kalibi. He was going for the go-ahead goal. This match remains deadlocked at 1. Cerezo, far side for Mendo. 2:15 to go. Beam takes it along the far sideline, trying to outrun Gonzalez. He takes it to the goal line. Knocked away by Ryan. Kagan takes the left foot and clear it away onto the foot of Philip Monos. Monos and Haberman collide. Now Senatori collides with Pigola. He got the worst of it, and F&M with possession, man down for the Camels. Now Cerezo comes in the attacking end, looking for a chance to shoot, gives it off to Beam. Beam has Spots working in the middle. Spots gets a head on it. It's going to go wide. Ryan giving chase at the goal line will go across, and it will be a goal kick upcoming for the Diplomats. 90 seconds remaining in regulation. Camels took the lead with 11 minutes to go. Goal by Jack Crews. Franklin and Marshall answered 4 minutes later. 9th goal of the season for Koa Kalibi. And that's where we stand. 75 seconds to go. Booth. Sobel gets a head on it. Green goes up, challenges Haberman. Sobel is down on the turf. He got a header from Scafone. Ball loose in the box. No whistle. Beam thought he was fouled in the box. The Conn College crowd is apoplectic. Mintz gives it to Kalibi. Kalibi. Sobel. Sobel slips and falls. It's going to be a handball. Now Haberman pushing and shoving. Clock is stopped. Mintz gets in there, and the game is getting a little bit chippy. Sobel, who was injured a moment ago when he collided head-to-head, he hit the turf, and then Haberman, when Sobel slipped and fell on top of the ball, it's called for a handball, obviously, by referee Cedric Cook, but Haberman shoved Sobel to the turf, and for the way Sobel's holding his head, it looks like Haberman shoved his head into the turf. Cooler heads finally prevail with 37 seconds to go. But if this match remains tied, we go into overtime, expect a frenetic next 20 minutes. Don't know if we can see what happened there. You see Sobel is down after the collision. Here's Beam, who has the ball taken away from him at the top of the box. Now here's Sobel steps on the ball. You'll see he falls on it. Now Haberman, right there, you can see he gives the right elbow to the head of Sobel, and Sobel turns over in obvious discomfort. So Haberman, the freshman from San Diego, California, and Sobel, the senior from Old Field, New York, exchanging pleasantries. 37 seconds to go. Sylvester sends it in the attacking end. Whistle. I don't believe the referee was ready to go, as he's over here having a conversation with his assistant referee. Sylvester just decided it was time to put the ball in play. A lot of confusion going on right here in the final minutes. And there was a card being given out, I believe, to head coach Ruben Burke. We'll have to wait for the confirmation on that. But we did see a card given out to the Camel bench. Things have gotten a little bit hairy here at Tyler Field in the closing moments of regulation in this 1-1 match. Crowd getting a little impatient, waiting for action to restart. Let's see if we can get some clarification on the card as Cedric Cook comes over and talks to the F&M bench as well. Looks like we're finally ready to resume play. I could have swore I saw Cook pull out a card and wave it, but we have no confirmation on what has transpired. There we go. One of the Con assistants has been carded. Now Sylvester will put it in play. 37 seconds to go as we're back to action. Horwitz goes up high. Sobel knocks it down, ball loose in the defending end. Ends up on the foot of Adam Green. Green, Sobel, Horwitz. Does F&M have one final run? Miles going to beat Kalibi to the ball. He's going to send it back to Sylvester. 30 seconds to go in regulation. Sylvester will send it toward midfield in the direction of Sam Beam. Ball controlled by Sobel. Plays it back for Ian Kagan. Kagan, ball knocked away by Spots. Kagan will launch it deep downfield. 15 seconds remaining. Sobel collides with Marvel. Green wins it back for F&M. Gonzalez sends it back to midfield. And that is where our 90 minutes are going to wind up. Franklin and Marshall 1. Connecticut College 1. Let's take a look at the highlights of that 4-minute span where Con took the lead and Franklin and Marshall got the equalizer off the free kick. Jack Creers makes a cut back and takes a shot that Booth deflects wide. And off the free kick, Perugini will tee one up. Looking for the scramble in front. Header just goes wide. Con turning up the pressure in a scoreless match. Finally, Con's going to break through. Crayers spins, shoots. Booth makes the first save, but can't control the rebound. Crayers with his 8th goal of the season. Con leads it 1-0. And then off the throw-in from Monos. Noah Kalibi. Shot by Sobel is knocked away by Sylvester. And Mintz. Far side. Sobel. Monos. Kalibi. Back corner. 9th goal of the year. And that's where we stand at 1 goal apiece. We're going to take a short timeout. We're tied at 1. Come back for overtime on the Centennial Digital Network.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Back here live at Tyler's Field on the campus of Franklin Marshall College, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The Diplomats and Connecticut College tied at 1 after 90 minutes. As you can see, stats are about as even as you can get with one glaring number, 13 fouls for the Diplomats, just 5 for the Camels. And Connecticut College has been able to turn those fouls by the Diplomats into good scoring opportunities. The good news, if you're a Franklin and Marshall fan, in overtime, the Dips are 7-0-3 in their last 10 contests. The bad news, if you're a Diplomat fan, Connecticut College is 5-1-3 in their last 9 overtime contests, including the win last night against Denison. Franklin and Marshall, last overtime game was last year, right here at Tyler's Field in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Diplomats tied Cortland 3-3, and the Red Dragons advanced to the Sweet 16 in a penalty kick shootout that Cortland had the better of 7-6. Jack Krayos in the 79th minute for the Camels, his 8th goal of the year. Nolan Booth makes the first save, but can't make the second one. As Krayos finds the back of the net. And with 11 minutes to go, the Camel faithful is feeling pretty good. But here's an opportunity for the Diplomats. Monos. And Kalibi elevates, heads it in the back of the net. 9th goal of the year for the North Carolinian. That came 4 minutes after the Krayos goal, and that's where we stand. 1 goal apiece. We will play 2 complete 10-minute overtime periods. There is no golden goal in NCAA men's or women's soccer. So buckle up. We've got another 20 minutes of soccer action. It gives us an opportunity to say hi to Michael Crosby and Mickey Lindsay, who are taking in the game from the Connecticut College campus at Larrabee House. Thanks for tuning in. Say hello to Jane Maggard, who's also watching from Hopewell, New Jersey. I say thank you to everyone who has been so kind to write in and let us know where you're watching the game from tonight, from coast to coast. Bringing you Centennial NESCAC soccer action live on the Centennial Digital Network. Connecticut College in the navy blue. The light blue shoulders, the white numerals. Con heads left to right to start this overtime period. Diplomats in the home white, royal blue numbers heading right to left on your screen. Con will kick it off to start this 10-minute period. Once again, no golden goal. We will play the full 20 minutes of overtime. 10 minutes one way, 10 minutes the other way for both sides. As Cerezo sends one deep onto the foot of Isaac Mintz. Diplomats playing without all-region back Connor Ndurko, and Ndurko was injured in a second-half collision. Ian Kagan has taken his spot. Ball eludes Kagan, but ends up on the foot of Adam Green. Green, near side, Monos. Under pressure from Viato. Now tries to switch sides to Mintz. But the pass eludes him, ends up being thrown in by Horvath Diano. Perugini has it knocked away. We'll do it all over again. First overtime period, tied at 1. Steve Ulrich with you on the Centennial Digital Network. Teddy Schroeder bringing you, and Nora Sidorsky bringing you the pictures. Jeff Stout bringing you all the replays and the action of today's NCAA Division III men's soccer action. Appreciate all their good work. Here's Empiano. Tries to get through to Scafone, knocked away by Mintz. Senatori hands it out to midfield where Miles gets it ahead to Impiano. He spins on Gonzalez, falls to the turf. Beato drops it top of the box. Perugini tries a shot, weak shot. Senatori sent back in by Haberman. Haberman, shot coming from Kraus, smothered by Nolan Booth. 9th save of the night for the sophomore from Nazareth, Pennsylvania. By the way, you may have been wondering that card we were talking about in the final minute, that was dished out to Connecticut College assistant coach Andrew Stanton. That was a red card, and Stanton has left the bench area. So Kahn playing with a full assortment of 11 men, but shy one coach on the sideline. Sobel, near side. Cerezo knocks it back to Gonzalez. Kagan loses his balance under pressure from Viato, but F&M will be able to throw it back in. Saying hello to Marilyn and Wilkie Marvel from Swansea, Massachusetts. Says hello. Gonzalez looks to throw it in. Say hi to John Nuri, who's watching Jack, number 18, play for Franklin Marshall. It says hello from Dorseyville, Pennsylvania. And of course, we always like to say hello to the Killians. Tom and Chris, grandparents of Oscar Horwitz for Franklin Marshall, are watching tonight's match from Centerville, Ohio. Gonzalez will toss it in. Horwitz and Sobel shield off Charlie Miles. Here's Horwitz trying to control it. Kalibi puts on the foot of Horwitz. Horwitz will work on the first year. Charlie Miles, he's going to take him to the goal line. Horwitz across in front. Shot. Adam Green with a wide open shot on the doorstep. Launches it well over the crossbar. And he's going to be thinking about that one later on. Great run by Horwitz. He takes Miles to the line. Look at the cross in front. Green right there. And puts it about 20 feet up on the net behind the Conn College goal. 6 minutes to go, first overtime period. Miles and Monos go up high for the ball. Miles wins it. Sends it far side for Horvathiano. Horvathiano across midfield, comes near side for Perugini. Perugini with some room to operate. Drops it for Kraus. Kraus gets it back. With room to dance. He's got some room at the top of the box. Takes a left-footed shot, blocked by Miles Ryan. And Ryan will send it away off the head of Scafone. Ball goes over the crossbar. Kraus pounding the turf. Attilas mad at himself that Ryan was able to get a piece of that shot. Take a look at the replay. Kraus with 2 opportunities, and Franklin Marshall actually got kind of lucky as Ryan went to clear that, put it off the head of Scafone. And that header went just over the crossbar. Monos with control gets it to Adam Green. Green, double team, dishes it off. Nico Gonzalez near side. Gonzalez runs past Impiano, comes in the attacking third, where he runs into Haberman, throw in for Franklin and Marshall. Substitutions coming in for the Diplomats. Green, Sobel, and Monos check out of the lineup. Desmond on with Samuels and Wise. 4.5 minutes to go. Desmond will toss it in. Desmond kind of waves Wes Wise away from the outside of the box, sends him closer. I think Desmond wants to make this a long throw. He's going to go for the near post. Looking for Horwitz. Horwitz gets a foot on it. Sylvester dives, and Kahn concedes a corner. And Sylvester dives. He corralled the ball but fell across the goal line. Corner kick coming up. Here's Kalibi. He's dangerous in these set pieces. Kalibi, who had the game-tying goal in the 83rd, sends one far post. Header, Horwitz, ball in the air, still alive. Kalibi and Cerezo go up for it. Ball loose. Then Piano knocks it away. And the ball is going to be cleared by Kahn onto the foot of Isaac Mintz. Mintz sends it left side, hoping for someone to run. No one made the run, and it will be. Throw in for the Camels. 3:20 to go, first overtime period. Desmond chips it ahead. Horwitz controls, works his way around Horvatiano. Shot blocked by Kalesigu. Excellent block, that time from the junior defender. Snuffing out the shot attempt from Oscar Horwitz. He have the 19 goals on the year. Look at that sliding tackle. Excellent play. Piatto loses possession. He fights off Gonzalez. Both hit the turf. Piatto is up. Drops it for Perugini. Perugini looks to play long ball, looking for Scafone. Mintz gets in front, heads it back to Booth. Game getting more physical after some pushing and shoving in the 90th minute. Led to a red card for assistant coach Andrew Stanton for Kahn. A lot of pushing and shoving. Crews tries to get ahead to Scafone, headed away by Kagan. Piatto saves it, gets it to Charlie Miles. Miles, Piatto. Near side, back to Miles. Miles cuts it in, drops it for Crews. Crews looking for Perugini, knocked away by Sanatorio onto the foot of Scafone. Scafone does a full 360. Now plays it right side for Crews. Crews will take it to the goal line, looks to cross in front, knocked away by the F&M defense. And that's going to lead to a corner kick upcoming for the Camels, fourth of the day. For the visitors from New London, take a look at the replay. Horvatiano, designated corner man, gets some help from Perugini. As the Camels line up in the right corner, upper corner of the box. Perugini gets it. Here's Horvatiano with room to shoot. Puts the ball up in the upper corner, just over the crossbar. Good strike by the Hungarian. And when you watch the replay, you're going to say it's targeted for the upper 90. Just over the crossbar. Looked like Booth had it covered with his 6'6" frame. As we're down to 40 seconds to go, first overtime period. Booth sends it into the night sky. Mintz, far corner, out of bounds. Throwing coming for the Camels. Say hello to Steve Smith and Eric Pryder, who are watching this live from the first floor of Hamilton on the Conn College campus.
9, 8, 7,
rooting on their
6, 5,
friends and classmates.
4, 3,
and that's going to do it. We got 10 minutes in the books. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with the second overtime period. You're watching Division III Men's Soccer on the Centennial Digital Network. Welcome back to Tyler's Field on the campus of Franklin and Marshall College. One overtime period in the books And you can't ask for a more even match than what you've seen here tonight. 1-1. Connecticut College and Franklin and Marshall. Shots just about even. Franklin and Marshall with a slight edge in corners. Franklin and Marshall much more physical, committing 13 fouls, 7 saves. For Peter Sylvester, 8 saves in the cage. For Nolan Booth, say hi to Oscar Brown, Conn College class of 2008, watching tonight from Chicago. Hello to Isabel, Caroline, and Phoebe Erickson, who are watching their cousin Owen participate tonight. And, as we said, Steve and Eric, who are watching from the first floor of Hamilton. I agree, guys. Overtime is getting intense. 10 minutes to go. A full 10 minutes. No golden goal. If we are tied at the end of this 10-minute period, we will go to penalties to see who advances to the Sweet 16. F&M looking to get back to the third round for the first time since 2016. Conn hoping to get back for the second time in 3 years. Let's take a look at the goals. With 11 minutes to go, scoreless actually, Jack Creers. Watch him spin here. He gets the first shot off and then closes on the rebound. Booth can't control. Jack Creers with his 8th goal. Franklin Marshall will tie it up. Watch number 34 creep into your screen. Koa Kalibi will take the header, find the corner of the net. And we are tied at 1 apiece. Franklin and Marshall will start the second overtime period. Diplomats heading left to right on your screen. Camels head right to left. Most fans on their feet watching the final 10 minutes of the second overtime period. Hope you're enjoying the game from the comfort of your home. Chilly night here in Lancaster. Temperature in the high 40s. Kalibi goes far side. Sobel will chase it down. Sobel marked by Miles. Now leaves it for Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez, Monos, Sobel, far side. Sobel uses his body, shields off spot, spins along the goal line. Sobel taken down inside the box. The referee Cedric Cook says, I'm not going to call it now. We're going to have a corner. Let's take a look at the replay. I couldn't tell from my angle if a tackle was made. It did look like Cerezo did get ball. Tough angle from our vantage point. Kalibi will take the corner. Goes low post, knocked away by Cerezo. Mintz will save, gives it off to Kalibi, far side. Kalibi dispossessed by Cerezo. Green has it ricochet off him. Throw in for the Camels. Charlie Miles will toss it in just to the right of the Franklin Marshall bench. Miles, the freshman from Tarrytown, New York, finally puts it ahead. D'Ampiano, he can't control. Gonzalez will toss it in right in front of Franklin Marshall head coach Dan Wagner. Haberman and Horwitz doing battle right in front of the bench. The Diplomats will have a free kick opportunity. Monos will take it as Franklin Marshall moves forward. Booth all the way up at his defensive line. 9 F&M players closing in the box. Ball sent in. Sobel got a foot on it. Going to be cleared away. Empiano sends it out to the attacking line. Mintz heads it back in. Kagan goes far side for Monos. Monos going to work against 2 Conn defenders. Taken to the ground by Pigola. Kagan and Pigola. Pigola knocks it over the touchline. Throw-in coming. For the home side, 7.5 to go. Second overtime period. Could we be heading to penalties? 7.5 to go. Green throws it in near post. Kalesaglu gets the head on it, and we'll do it all over again. Green getting a little bit tired. He was throwing the back post earlier. Now it's going near post looking for Sobel. Perugini gets it airborne. Knocked out. To Creus. Mintz sends it back in toward the attacking end. Kalibi doing battle with Pigola. Kalibi has it in the box. Kalibi, Green, cross in front. Horwitz goes up, knocked away. Excellent chance for Franklin Marshall's leading scorer. As Horwitz with the tackle, but it will be a throw-in. For the Camels, great opportunity. Look at the replay. Excellent cross by Adam Green. Orvestiano is able to make the play for the Camels. Horwitz on the doorstep. But the Camels with the throw in, 6 minutes remaining in the second overtime period. Ball sent towards Scafone. Mintz. Orvestiano. Green. Gonzalez. Sobel goes up for it, along with Miles, sent back out to midfield where Scafone controls. Scafone tries to send it ahead for Elliott. Spots. Booth will just clear it away. Throw in coming for the Camels. 5.5 to go. Second overtime. Creus in the 79th. Kalibi in the 83rd. That's where we stand. 1 apiece. 21 shots for the Camels. 20 for the Diplomats. 8 saves for Peter Sylvester. 9 for Nolan Booth. Throw in coming. Near post. Ball loose in the box. Cleared away by Sobel. Ball sent along far side. Gonzalez gives it off to Monos. Ball lost. Green. Long ball. Kalibi showing his wheels. Takes it to the goal line. Sends it in front. Horwitz can't get a foot on it. Knocked away. Another dangerous opportunity for the Diplomats. Senatori tries to get it ahead to Green. Empiano. Scafone. Far side. Pigola. Senatori turns. Puts on a fit of Owen Sobel. Sobel comes across midfield. Stops. Gets away from Haberman. Gives it to Kalibi. Kalibi accelerates into the con defensive end. Horwitz plays off his chest, knocked away by Cerezo. Monos, far side. Monos looking for Kalibi, knocked away by Miles. Good pressure by Franklin Marshall here in the overtime period. Here's Scafone. Scafone runs away from Kagan. Benico Gonzalez hustles back, sends it back to Nolan Booth. 3.5 to go. Sobel. Ball nearly slips through to Horwitz. Cerezo plays it back to Sylvester. Here's Horvestiano. Plays toward midfield onto the foot of Scafone. Scafone can't handle. Senatori to Green. Haberman sends it back to the F&M end. Ryan sends it back into the con end. Empiano. Far side. Pigola. 3 minutes to go, second overtime. Pigola looking for Creus. Mintz heads it away. Ball loose in the box. Scafone. Creus, the goal scorer, loose. Takes a shot wide right. Kahn responding with pressure. The goal scorer, Creus, with the opportunity right here. He launches one that misses. The right post. Substitution, Jack Marvel replaces Jake Creus. Booth out to midfield. Marvel sends it back in toward the F&M defensive end. Same thing, this one Miles Ryan will clear out. Marvel. Spots controls. Opportunity for Elliott Spots. He got Scafone closing. Knocked away by Monos. Ball loose, near side. Miles, shield off the ball by Monos, knocked away by Ryan. Marvel will chase it down. Kahn putting the pressure on. 100 seconds to go. Horvathiano high into the box. Booth will jump up and grab that before Charlie Miles can make a play on the ball. 90 seconds to go. Second overtime period. Mintz will bring it up. Looking for Sobel. Deep into the box. Ball was loose. Sobel coming to chase it down. Miles will clear it away toward the F&M bench. Gonzalez giving chase with Pigola. Pigola wins the race. Kagan controls for F&M. Spots. Blocks the pass. Goal kick upcoming for Franklin and Marshall. 60 seconds remaining in the second overtime period. Can either team get what would end up being the winning goal as time winds down, or will we go to penalties?
Entering the game for F&M, number 13, Jordan Samuels.
Jordan Samuels on the field, replacing Adam Green. Green doing yeoman's work in the midfield tonight for Franklin and Marshall. Gonzalez will throw it in front of the Con bench. 30 seconds remaining. Does F&M have one more run left in it? Monos. Cerezo. Ryan will chase it down. Spots giving chase. Kagan will turn. Sends one out toward midfield into the F&M bench with 15 seconds to go. Does Kahn have one more effort left? 10 seconds remaining. A ball came onto the field. Cerezo was ready to throw it in. Another one came onto the field, and time is going to expire. 110 minutes of soccer. We have a 1-all tie. We're going to penalties. Go to your refrigerator. Get your snacks. Buckle up. We'll be back with penalties in just a moment. You're watching Division III Men's Soccer on the Centennial Digital Network. welcome back. Tyler's Field, Franklin and Marshall College. We are headed to penalty kicks. Let's take a look quickly at the review of the goals in this 1-all match. Jake Creus scored the opening goal for the Camels in the 79th minute. He was able to bang home his own rebound. Watch him get the pass from Perugini. Spins, shoots. Saved by Booth, but he can't control it. Creers bears in the back of the net. Goal number 8 on the year for the senior. Diplomats were able to tie it up 4 minutes later. Monos with the cross. Kalibi goes high in the air. Puts in the back of the net to tie this up at 1. And we are getting ready for penalties. Con has played in 3 penalty kick matches since 2019. The last one for the Camels, one they will always remember, coming in the 2021 National Championship game. 4 penalties to Amherst, 1 to give the Camels the National Championship. For Franklin and Marshall, Diplomats are 3-4 in their last 7 games. The last one for the Diplomats a year ago, right here, Tyler's Field, second round of the tournament. Diplomats fell to Cortland 7-6. Nick Pine, the senior from Georgetown, Delaware, will take the first kick. We are in penalties. First round. We will take 5 kicks in all. And here comes Pine. Shoot. Goal. Pine makes it 1-0. And now here comes Matt Scafone. Scafone, the senior from Thornton, Pennsylvania. One of 3 captains on this year's Camel squad. He's going to face the big wingspan of Nolan Booth. Booth, the 6'6 sophomore. Hands outstretched. Where's Scafone going to go? He lines it up. He shoots up a right-hand corner. He's got it. We're tied at 1. And now for Franklin and Marshall will be Michael Desmond. Always tough on a goalie in these situations. Desmond, the sophomore from Rye, New York, facing Peter Sylvester. He's going to go to the left foot, and he puts it home. Last year, Franklin and Marshall put the first 4 home before missing. Let's see what Con has in the person of Gavin Mpiana. Mpiana, the freshman from South Africa, switches back to the left, takes a shot, goal. It's good. Mpiana ties it up. That's going to set up Kalibi. Kalibi stares down Sylvester. And he gets one in the lower left-hand corner, just out of the outstretched dive of Sylvester. And that's going to bring up Elliott Spots. Franklin and Marshall 3, Connecticut College 2. Here in, if you will, the bottom of the third. Spots lines it up. The sophomore from Bellevue, Washington. Stares down Booth. Booth on the balls of his feet. Shot. It's good. And we head to the top of the fourth. And here comes Philip Monos. Monos has had a spotty history with penalties for Franklin and Marshall. Let's see what the senior from Marion Station, Pennsylvania. Lines it up, shoots, and good. F&M 4, Connecticut College 3, bottom of the fourth. And that's going to bring up Max Haberman. the first year from San Diego. Pressure building. Can Booth come up big, or can Haberman tie it up? Shot in. We are even at 4. Oscar Horwitz, 19 goals on the season. Top 10 in all of collegiate soccer in goals scored this season. He will tee it up. Horwitz sprints, shot, good. And it comes down to the foot of Jack Marvel. Marvel, the senior from Marion, Massachusetts, has an opportunity to keep his team alive. A save by Nolan Booth, and Franklin and Marshall advances to the next round. Does the senior have the equalizer in him? Marvel shoots, good. We're tied at 5. Now we go sudden death. Sean Lipschitz will take the shot for Franklin and Marshall. The sophomore from Ambler, Pennsylvania, lines it up, takes a shot. It's good. 6-5, Franklin and Marshall. It's Horvath Diano. Another one of the captains, the senior from Hungary, played his scholastic ball at Hampden Hall Day School. Does Horvath Diano have the ability to send it to a 7th round of kicks? He's going to the left foot. Shot, good. We are tied at 6. Jack Bear will line it up for Franklin and Marshall. Bear, the freshman from Easton, Connecticut. Steps up with the left foot. Sylvester smothers it. Bear is stopped, and it's going to come down to Jake Creus. Sylvester guessed right. Bear put it low, and Creus, who has the goal for the Camels, has a chance to send Con to the second round. Shot, and it's good! And Connecticut College will advance to the second round of the NCAA Championship. 7-6 in penalties over Franklin and Marshall. Heartbreaking for the Diplomats, thrilling for the Camels, who celebrate in the near corner as they dance and taunt the Franklin and Marshall fans, waving goodbye. Let's take a look at that final kick. As Creus, who scored in the 79th minute to give the Camels the lead, sends Con to the third round. As Booth dives to his right but can't make a play on it. And Connecticut College advances in a classic here at Tyler Field. It will go in the books officially as a tie. Con will move on with a record of 12-1-6. Franklin Marshall's season comes to an end at 14-3-3. But the Camels advance to the Sweet 16. And the Diplomats will wonder what might have been. A wonderful season for Franklin and Marshall comes to a close. And with that, our broadcast season here at Tyler comes to a close as well. Our thanks to camera operators Nora Sidorsky, Teddy Schroeder for a job well done. Our thanks to our producer-director Jeff Stout, who made the magic happen here for our broadcast this season. My name is Steve Ulrich. Your final score, Connecticut College and Franklin Marshall battled to a 1-1 tie, but the Camels advanced to the third round in penalties, 7-6. Thanks for watching.